All right, just over an hour after the WWE United Champions PLE in Saudi. Now, of course, you guys, John Cena in the main event did defend his title against CM Punk. Now, the match was cool, I would have to say the least. CM Punk did get a great reaction. As you can see, they had like white signs that had CM Punk's name on it, and pretty much they were like the little fan section there. And it was actually incredible, you guys, to actually see the crowd, love CM Punk, which they didn't love everybody, but I'll get to that later. Now, with that being said, you guys, the crowd, they were doing the Olay chants. You could see like their phone lights was going left to right, left to right, left to right. And then they wasn't even really into the match yet. John Cena did at one point in the match where he grabbed the title, went into the ring with it, and he listened to the fans. Now, this definitely did spark up a lot of speculation, you guys, that looks like soon Cena will be turning as a babyface. Maybe Cody as the heel. Who knows, you guys? So I'm definitely curious over that. I can definitely see Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes as heel champions later in the year. Now, with that being said, you guys, we did get CM Punk where John Cena ended up knocking the referee out by accident by doing the little shoulder tackle. And then we ended up getting where CM Punk, was calling out for a ref. And then, of course, referee Charles Robinson ended up getting knocked. Well, later on end up knocked by Cena. So with that being said, you guys, we did right here get where Seth Rollins was coming out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he was pretty much trying to cash in overall. But of course, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker would put CM Punk through the Arabic guys announced table. Now, with that being said, you guys, we also did get the little visual here where they were lifting him up, but of course CM Punk was sweaty and everything like that. So you guys, with that being said, it was definitely interesting. So John Cena, so yeah, this is where the referee did come down, referee Charles Robinson. They call him like Little Nate or Young Nate or whatever, but he ended up coming out and he ended up getting rocked by John Cena, where John Cena pretty much like shoulder tackled this tackled this old man. I was like, oh my God, this right here was crazy, you guys. When John Cena actually did that, I was like, man, it's a lot of shenanigans going on in this match. But all the shenanigans started was when Seth Rollins actually came out there. Of course, we had Penta come out there, Sami Zayn come out there and tried to fight off Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Almost got a tsunami onto John Cena until CM Punk pushed Bronson Reed off the top rope in the corner. And then, of course, Cena and Rollins would look face to face. And that's where Cena would give Seth Rollins the attitude adjustment. And then after then end up, overall throwing him out the ring. And it was definitely a crazy match of how it turned out, because everybody was going to come out there until we had like some shenanigans actually happen with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. And, of course, Paul Heyman out there holding a briefcase. So with that being said, you guys, we did get right here where through the match, John Cena and CM Punk did shake hands. And when they shook hands, you seen the same facial expression from John Cena once again, just like he did. And so with that being said, you guys, John Cena ended up, trying to low blow, pretty much trying to low blow him, but he didn't get it. And of course, Seth Rollins curb stomped CM Punk, and then CM Punk was thrown out by John Cena, and John Cena just pretty much picked up the scraps from there and ran out the ring with the title and put it over his back. As you can tell, Seth Rollins definitely has his eye more so on John Cena's championship, where John Cena will more likely turn babyface at SummerSlam, and this is more likely where I think Seth Rollins is going to have like a failed cash in, because I think Roman is going to get into this as well. Now, with that being said, you guys, Cody Rhodes is the king of the ring. Now, throughout this match right here, you guys, we definitely seen how there was a lot of where we had like a lot of things go on in this match, where Randy Orton looked like he wanted to turn, to his old self again, but he didn't want to do it to Cody like that, because Cody is on top. Now, with that being said, you guys, Cody Rhodes, did acknowledge Randy Orton, and we seen where Byron Saxton looked over at Randy Orton while he was just holding the microphone. He wasn't even listening to what Cody was saying. He was looking more so Orton, like Orton was gonna come back in there and like freaking like nail Cody Rhodes with an RKO. But this is like, from what I just thought about, before I made this video, Cody this is Randy Orton's second time losing King of the Ring. Like he lost to Gunther last time, and then this time he lost to Cody. So I'm like, dang, I was like, hopefully it pays off. Hopefully we may get that sadistic Randy Orton back again. But I don't know how they're gonna do it, because I feel really, really, really feel like Karrion Kross is gonna try to talk into the ear of Randy Orton next about Cody. But we'll definitely see how that's gonna happen, you guys. You can see the frustrations on Randy Orton's face, like he really wanted to punt kick him, but something was telling him no. But with that right there, you guys, I definitely see something coming within SummerSlam with, again, Randy Orton and Cody, if Randy interferes in the match in some kind of way. Liv Morgan, you guys, also did have a successful shoulder surgery, I think, on yesterday. And, of course, her one half of her tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez, had a pretty awesome street fight. I can say this was one of my favorite matches of the night. Roxanne Perez, she would come out there and try to, try to help. She didn't really get much into the match. She just got the trash can put over her head, and then she ended up getting it kicked by Rhea's boot. Now, this was an interesting spot here, and I'm glad they were able to stay on the top. As you can see, Rhea Ripley landed Raquel Rodriguez from the top of the table that was on the ropes in the corner, with a riptide coming right out the top. And I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, I'm glad she didn't, I'm glad the table didn't pop in half or anything like that. But kudos to Rhea Ripley for picking up this victory here. But yeah, so far with all the matches, my predictions were spot on so far. But we'll get into that, you guys. Of course, Rhea Ripley, throughout the match, she was tied up in the rope, and she realized, she was like, oh, man. And Raquel was giving her the beats with that kendo stick. And then also where Raquel Rodriguez put Rhea Ripley through this little board piece that goes across the announce table as well. And you can hear the crack that goes through it. I was like, oh, man, she literally threw her over the barricade into there. Sami Zayn would win his match, you guys, against Karrion Kross. Now, I did see after the show, there were a lot of people that were tweeting in for United Champions and saying that, this match right here is, something that you should have put, Karrion Kross deserve a win. And, of course, with Sami Zayn being in Saudi, which the people loved him, I definitely feel like you should had to have Karrion Kross to win, not Sami Zayn, even though they love him in Saudi Arabia. But at the same time, you guys, Sami did pick up the victory, and he was definitely telling Karrion Kross, listen to how they cheer me. And I was like, wow. But of course, Sami Zayn, you guys, would definitely pick up the pinfall, like I said, over Karrion Kross. And everything, so it was okay. Solo Sikoa would become the new United States champion. Now, we did have a couple people that came out. First, it was JC Mateo. We thought Jimmy was going to come out, but we didn't get Jimmy. We ended up getting Tonga Loa. He didn't botch in this match with his finisher, because I'm kind of like corkscrew neckbreaker type thing in the corner. And he made his return, because last time we seen him was back in November at War Games, and he injured something, I can't remember. And then, as Jacob Fatu thought he had the match won against Solo, we ended up getting where we had the 6'8" guy, Tonga Loa. Now, not Tonga Loa. God dang it, you guys. Hikuleo. Now, I feel like they're probably going to call him a Tala Tonga or something like that. He's been signed with WWE for almost a year now. And he finally made his debut, and I was like, oh, man, this man's going to be like a freak to reckon with. And he was yelling at Jacob Fatu. He was like, you want everything. And then he put, literally, he didn't break Jacob Fatu to the announce table. But, of course, that's where Solo ended up hitting the Samoan Spike. Jacob Fatu sells it pretty good, you guys, and it looks like there's some kind of bloodline where you see a like the future right there. Now Hikuleo has been in WWE, not WWE, but he's been in pro wrestling for a good long time, especially in New Japan. Fighting those people over there is like definitely serious. And so with that being said, you guys, Hikuleo, I'm not sure if they're gonna still call him Hikuleo, but I definitely feel like they're probably gonna call. Like I said, I think they'll call like Talatonga or something like that. Some Tonga name. We'll see. Of course, WWE didn't mention it on the commentary today. They just mentioned it was Tomatonga and Tongaloa's brother. Now, of course, Jade Cargill. This match right here, you guys, I feel that it was deserved by Jade Cargill, but the fans, for some reason, over in Saudi, they do not like the black talent, like especially like the women. They don't like the black women at all. I guess because they're so independent that they don't like that, because from what I heard over in Saudi, they prefer like their women to not really do anything but just agree with everything. So I guess that's the reason why, but I hate it though. I really don't like it at all, you guys. But of course, Jade Cargill ends up pinning Asuka after she hit the Jaded. Now I hope somebody put this online where after she hit the Jaded and she was going for the she was going for the backwards pin thing or whatever. At the 3 count, we see where referee Daphne counted the pin, but it was like it was like a split second hesitation. Was like, hold on, was Asuka's shoulders up? But of course, WWE is not going to reverse this decision or anything, because Jade Cargill did it also on Monday Night Raw when she lifted, when Roxanne Perez put her arm up over Jade Cargill's leg after she hit the Jaded on her. So this is going to be very interesting, you guys. Rating on the show, I would have to say a 7 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts. Give me your ratings. Give me your opinions on this, on the PLE that we had, you guys, which was 1 p.m. my time. Went off at like 3:30ish or 4 o'clock or something like that Eastern time. But till next time, you guys, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok at Chris944, KHRIS 944. Till next time, you guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.